Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Carter Walton had been wrestling with his feelings for Daphne for months, and now, the moment had finally arrived. The tension between them had reached a boiling point, and Carter knew he couldn't wait any longer. Every glance, every subtle touch over the past weeks had made it clear to him that Daphne wasn't just a colleague or a friend. She was someone he could imagine spending the rest of his life with. And so, with a mixture of nerves and excitement, Carter decided to take the bold step that could change everything. He planned to propose marriage to Daphne. Daphne, on the other hand, had been sensing something different in Carter's behavior. He had been unusually attentive, thoughtful, and surprisingly vulnerable, showing a side of himself she hadn't seen before. She was flattered, intrigued, and admittedly, a little anxious. While she had feelings for Carter, she had never imagined him taking such a decisive step so quickly. She wondered what had triggered this sudden surge of emotion, and more importantly, whether she was ready for the life-altering commitment that a marriage proposal would bring. As Carter prepared for the perfect moment, the stakes couldn't have been higher. He had meticulously thought through every detail, the location, the timing, even the words he would say. He wanted it to be flawless, something that would convey the depth of his love and his unwavering commitment to Daphne. He pictured her reaction, hoped for her smile, and braced himself for the possibility that things might not go exactly as planned. There was no turning back now. The decision had been made, and Carter knew he had to act before hesitation could get the better of him. Meanwhile, Taylor Hayes found herself in the midst of her own whirlwind of emotions. She had always been a woman of intellect, poise, and careful planning, but lately, something reckless had taken hold of her. Taylor was playing with fire, stepping into dangerous territory without fully considering the consequences. She had been engaging in schemes and manipulations, weaving webs of intrigue that threatened not just her own stability, but the delicate balance of relationships around her. Taylor's instincts were telling her to tread carefully, yet a part of her seemed to crave the thrill of stirring the pot, of seeing just how far she could push the people around her. As Carter moved closer to Daphne, Taylor's influence began to make itself felt. The subtle manipulations she had set in motion were creating ripples that neither Carter nor Daphne could ignore. Taylor had a knack for exploiting vulnerabilities, and she sensed an opportunity to insert herself into a situation that was otherwise blissfully straightforward. She whispered doubts, nudged perceptions, and planted seeds of uncertainty, knowing that even the strongest of bonds could be shaken when exposed to the right combination of doubt and temptation. Daphne, caught between her own feelings and the undercurrents of Taylor's meddling, found herself second-guessing what should have been clear. She questioned Carter's motives, wondered whether the intensity of his proposal was genuine or influenced by outside pressures, and wrestled with her own readiness for such a life-altering commitment. The emotional stakes were immense, and every glance, every word, and every gesture carried weight beyond what she could easily articulate. Carter, oblivious to some of Taylor's behind-the-scenes interference, remained steadfast in his intention. He had envisioned the proposal countless times, each iteration more perfect than the last. He imagined kneeling before Daphne, presenting a ring that symbolized his devotion, and speaking from the heart in a way that would leave no doubt about his intentions. He felt the surge of adrenaline, the nervous anticipation, and the profound hope that this moment could mark the beginning of a shared future, one filled with love, trust, and partnership. Taylor, however, wasn't finished. Her manipulations escalated in subtle, insidious ways. She used timing, miscommunication, and carefully chosen words to influence perceptions and sow uncertainty. Taylor understood human nature on a level few others did, and she exploited it ruthlessly, knowing that even a hint of doubt could be enough to derail the unfolding romance. Each step she took was calculated to provoke an emotional reaction, to test boundaries, and to see how much chaos she could inject before anyone realized the full extent of her meddling. As the moment of Carter's proposal drew nearer, the tension was palpable. Daphne's heart raced, her thoughts tumbled, and her emotions swung between anticipation and anxiety. She could feel the weight of the situation pressing down, the possibility of a new chapter in her life mingling with the fear of making a mistake. Carter sensed her apprehension. His own nerves heightened, yet he remained resolute. This was a moment that demanded courage, vulnerability, and honesty, and he was determined to give it everything he had. The scene unfolded with a mixture of tenderness and drama. Carter's words, carefully chosen yet emotionally charged, conveyed the depth of his feelings. He spoke of shared experiences, of mutual respect, and of a love that had grown steadily and surely, even amidst the chaos of their lives. He described his vision of a future together, painting a picture of companionship, support, and enduring love that left no room for doubt. Every word was imbued with sincerity, every gesture a testament to his unwavering commitment. Daphne's response was equally layered. She felt the pull of her emotions, the allure of a life with Carter, and the undeniable spark that had drawn her to him from the start. Yet, the shadow of Taylor's influence lingered. Daphne hesitated, reflecting on the past, on the complexities of the present, and on the uncertainty of the future. Her mind raced through scenarios, weighing risks and rewards, and she struggled to reconcile her heart's desire with the caution her experience demanded. Taylor, observing from the sidelines, reveled in the tension she had orchestrated. Her presence loomed like a storm cloud, subtle yet undeniable. She watched as Carter and Daphne navigated the delicate dance of vulnerability and decision-making, knowing that every choice they made was influenced, even if only slightly, by her interference. Taylor thrived on this chaos, finding satisfaction in the uncertainty and emotional upheaval she had cultivated. It was a test of character, a confrontation with external pressures, and a crucible for trust. Carter's unwavering dedication clashed with Taylor's manipulations, and Daphne's heart and mind were caught in the balance. The outcome hinged not merely on words or gestures, but on the resilience of love in the face of doubt, the courage to embrace vulnerability, and the willingness to see past distractions and interference to the truth of shared feelings. As the day progressed, Carter and Daphne continued to navigate the emotional terrain. Conversations were layered with subtext, glances carried unspoken meanings, and every interaction was charged with the potential to shift the trajectory of their relationship. The intensity of the moment forced both of them to confront their deepest fears and desires, revealing vulnerabilities that neither could ignore. Taylor, undeterred, continued to weave her subtle influence, testing the boundaries of trust and loyalty. Her actions were calculated, deliberate, and unpredictable, ensuring that the emotional landscape remained charged and uncertain. Yet, even as she played with fire, the bond between Carter and Daphne proved resilient, tempered by mutual respect, shared history, and genuine affection. In the end, the proposal was not just an act of love but a defining moment for everyone involved. It highlighted the strength of commitment, the challenges posed by external interference, and the emotional complexity that underpins human relationships. Carter's courage, Daphne's introspection, and Taylor's manipulations converged in a moment of high drama, leaving an indelible mark on the lives of all three characters. As the dust settled, the possibilities remained open. Yet one thing was clear: Carter's proposal had set a chain of events in motion, forcing choices, confrontations, and revelations that would resonate far beyond a single moment. The interplay of love, desire, and intrigue created a narrative rich with tension and anticipation, ensuring that viewers would be captivated by what came next. In this high-stakes drama, nothing was certain, and every decision carried weight. Carter's proposal was more than a declaration. It was a catalyst, a turning point that would test loyalties, ignite passions, and challenge the characters to confront the complexities of love, trust, and personal ambition. As the story unfolded, audiences were left on the edge of their seats, eager to see how the delicate threads of romance and manipulation would intertwine, and who would ultimately emerge victorious in the intricate web of desire and deception. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.